5. I hope I get my days right with this. I think it's day 5 of Walk the Cat. Coughed up a hairball. Lovely. Gotta deal with that when I get back. Um, well, I suppose it's apropos for what I'm about to talk about, anyways. So, yesterday, I had a friend on named Ashton who shared her little bit of her life story of abuse and story about her children or child being harassed. Her other two children also have been bullied and harassed. I guess that's part of where she lives in Chicago. I mean, it happens everywhere, yes, but I know Chicago is known for cruelness and meanness, especially if you're up near what used to be Caprini Green, and I think she may live there, which answers a lot of questions for me. Hi, Rosie girl. Here she is again, guys. Rosie Kitten coming to get her food. I'll have to backtrack and turn around and start over again. That's okay. Anyway, as far as on the walk, not on what I'm saying. And my friend was very brave, very courageous to trust me to help her tell her story. And yet I still get retorts from people, I will not mention names, that say, oh, she's faking it, or it's not what it seems, you don't really know her, and whatever, okay? Even if, even if my friend, Ashton, where are you going, Rosie? Rosie, don't you want food? Rosie kitten. Whatever. Run around then. I'm not going to keep doing this. Even if my friend was not telling the truth, even if the things that people have been saying to me are true, it is not my job to decipher that, to mistrust her, um, or to put my own vernacular on anything that she decided to do. My job is to help her. The Bible says, if it is all within your ability to help somebody, then you help them. Now, if you don't follow the Bible and you're not living according to what He wants for your life, I'm not surprised that you would come to me and say stuff like that. Now, maybe you're right. Maybe the things you say about my friend are true. Only the Lord knows what's really going on. And I'm only passing through on this place, okay? I'm not living on this planet forever. But while I am here, if somebody comes to me in need, hi, Kelsey, I am going to help them if it's within my means to help them. And my YouTube channel is a means to help people. So I'm just letting you know there's a little rant going on right now because I'm feeling very protective of my friend. And it wasn't just one person that came to me and said stuff. She also got bashed for coming on here and being brave and telling her story and her son's story. So all I can say is you answer to God, she answers to him, I answer to him. And whoever is right is right, whoever is wrong. Hi, KK. Okay. So, ML, your name is kind of offensive, so I don't know what that's about, but we don't put that name, those initials in our name and stay in my chat. Okay, anyways, I will continue to help who I can help, and if that offends you, then don't watch my channel. Don't reach out to me, don't talk to me if that offends you. That's all I can say, but I'm going to help who I can help. And if I find out I'm wrong and they betrayed me and they lied, then they answer to the Creator, not me. All I did was provide a platform for someone to tell their story, someone I care about very deeply, who feels very alone and goes through a lot of mental health struggles. So if you have an issue with that, that is your issue. You own it. Yes, you have a right to tell me how you feel, for sure. But I'm still going to do what the Lord says, not what you say, not what anyone says. So let that be clear. I am a right fighter, and I'm a justice fighter. And I will keep on being what I am and who I am. Anyway, and if you don't plan on supporting people because you suspect things about them, that's your business, then don't. You don't really have a channel anyway that I know of. And if you do, I've never seen you use it to support a person. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. Ever since yesterday, her children continue to be harassed. Charges have been filed, and she's taking back her freedom, taking back her life and her children's. So good for her. I applaud her going through very similar situation to me. I suspected they weren't telling me the truth, or they were making up stuff for attention or whatever. Nobody would be helping anybody. So I'll be that one. I'll be that one to look stupid well, you believe this person and they're lying to you, or this person's really doing this or that and they're not really struggling. I'll be the one to be the fool. I have no problem doing that. Because you know what? I serve a God who was the fool for people. And I obey his word. The Bible that says greater love has no man than to lay down his life for a friend. And I'm not here for me on this planet. I will lay down my life for my friend. So, yeah, that made me angry. Definitely. So now you get to hear it on video. And you knew you would anyways, because you know how I roll. I don't come on here very often, but mess with my friends. I have very few. Very, very few. And I will speak up in defense of them. I will be the protector. So, well, that got me through almost the whole square. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the fuel to walk angrily and get my workout done. If nothing else good came of it, I got my workout in. Rosie, get out of the street. That's not smart. Ugh. Okay, anyway, that's how I feel about that. And it's been a while. I haven't ranted in a while, but this is a just rant, I feel. And as I've said many, many times, my channel, my content, YouTube gives me that right, as long as I don't violate their rules. And believe me, their rules are very thin-threaded. They allow all kinds of nasty junk on here that they shouldn't. But this is a real-life situation that is really, we'll say allegedly, affecting people. I can't guarantee that everything any guest on my show says is true, but it's not my job to decipher that. I mean, if I know for sure that something is a lie, then of course I would not promote it on my channel. But if somebody comes to me and says, hey, I need to speak out, but I don't know how to do it, and I say, hey, I have a channel, why don't you come on? This wasn't even her idea. She didn't know anything about YouTube as far as going live or any of that. You saw how we struggled to even get her on here. It was my idea. So you want to hate on somebody? Hate on me. I'm going to do what I have to do to help people, including myself. I have a meeting today to get some help with some things. Because life is a struggle, and not everybody has all kinds of money to just dole out and do what they want to do. Anyhow, I will do my second square in a minute. I got these shoes. Remember I told you at the doctor's office the other day from that bin? These shoes came from that, and they're pretty good walking shoes. So I'm pretty happy with that. Because I was about to go get myself some when I had money. And these were free. Yay. Good blessing from the Lord. Okay. Anyway. Throw this trashy garbage out there. Here comes Bo. Here comes Bobo Pooftail. Here he comes with his poofy tail in the wind. Hi, guy. Come here, let me pet you, guy. Let me pet the floof. There you are. Hi, buddy. Hi, beautiful boy. Yeah, I know you're happy. Mommy let you out all night. I'll tell you what happened this morning, early this morning. I had the window, well, Matthew actually left the window like slightly open. And I heard something outside. I didn't know what it was. So I went into the cat room. I live in Illinois, Roshan. I went to the cat room, this very window that I'm about to let Bowie in. And standing right outside of it, staring in at me. Oh, hold on. I gotta open this thing. Thank God for nails. There you go, buddy. Staring in at me was these two little beady eyes and freckled nose. A pointy freckled nose. A white one. And I'm like, that doesn't look like a cat. Because it wasn't. It was a raccoon. It was a coon staring in at me. It was a baby coon, I think. It was little. But I was like, oh, how cute. Hi, baby. You need to go in if you're going in. Are you going in? I'm going for the second part of my walk, so go in if you want. Move your tail, girl. Bowie, there's more on the table. Go over on the table and get some. All right. So, yeah, I was kind of face to face with a raccoon at that point. That was pretty cool. Glad it didn't do anything to me. It just kind of looked in at me and stared at me like, you gonna feed me? And I'm like, nope. I'm here to feed my cats, but if they drop any food on their way out the window, you can have some. But I shut the window at that point. Once I realized there was a coon out there, I was like, yeah, I don't want him in the house. So the window got shut. All right, we are on square number 2. Rant is finished. I feel better. Thank you for listening if you did. If you didn't, don't care. Still going to speak out with justice for those that I feel need it. And if I'm wrong, oh well. Let's see. Square number 2. What shall we talk about in square number 2? I don't know. I did really well on my macros with my food yesterday, which was nice. I got my full 120 grams of protein. I did a little bit higher on my carbs than I would have liked, 73 or something like that. But I also did a very grueling leg workout. So I'm sure I needed the extra carbs for that. And it was kind of a little bit of a stressful day in general. So sometimes you need a little bit of extra. I made amazing peanut butter cups, y'all. Amazing. You just take some chocolate chips, coconut oil, mix it all together, put a little PB2, a little bit of peanut butter, and then the magic, fold in the Rice Krispies. Oh, put them in your fridge, in your little molds. You got yourself the best peanut butter cup in the world. The only thing about them is they are all hard. They're not like soft in the middle, but I don't care. I have teeth I can chew. They're delicious. And not very high in carbs or calories or proteins either. They're a nice snack. So I made that yesterday. Oh man, it feels good to get out here and walk. I thought it was going to be colder than it is, but it's pretty nice out. Nice cool breeze in the air. Here, I'll show you the skies. Look at this beautiful blue sky. Oh my gosh. It looks so much darker blue on my camera than it actually is. It's nice out. I love these days. perfect weather. I don't hear any killdeer out today. That's nice. I think if there's even a tiny bit of coolness in the air, there's no killdeer. Hi, Mary. Yes, the sun is beautiful. The sun is glorious. The skies are blue. I mean, that doesn't matter to me. I just don't like it when it gets gloomy out. The gray skies and cloudy covering up the sun, and I don't like that. Right now it's very, very beautiful out. The sun just came out, so hold on. Y'all know what I need to do. I need to close my eyes, get that vitamin D on my eyelids. Oh, and just breathe it in. Some people stop to smell the roses. I stop to smell the air and look at the sun. Cars driving by must think I'm crazy. I don't care. Life is short, guys. I have a mom with cancer right now. Life feels very short when you have people around you that are close to you that are suffering and about to leave the planet. So things that matter, matter, and things that don't matter, don't matter. Oh, that felt good. Okay, time to move on. I know some have that are struggling, laid up in a hospital bed or something. I would said I'm not here for him, and I will obey him no matter what. I'm thinking this morning I'm gonna have some eggs and some avocado, that kind of stuff. I can't wait to get my breakfast, but I've been doing better with my Synthroid and making sure I take it on an empty stomach. Oh, here is a tip for all of you that are struggling with your health, especially like if you're trying to lose weight and stuff. Drink 20 gulps of water every morning, either before your feet hit the floor or like right after or soon after, as soon as you can. It makes such a difference to rehydrate after you sleep. I never realized that till I started doing it. That came from my Thinner in 30 book that I have, where you make 30 changes in your life, and it's supposed to help you lose the weight, which seems to be working, so that's good. I did not weigh myself yet today, but I will do that when I get in from the walk for sure. Yesterday I was 179.6. That's the lowest I have been in quite a while. And I'm working for it. It's not happening naturally, that's for sure. It's happening supernaturally. That's the way I see it. Oh, it's getting too hot to walk, y'all. That sun is starting to become unbearably hot. So I might just stop at 2 squares and just chat with you. I'm fine doing 2 squares. It's plenty. Today's a rest and recover day anyway, so I'm going to be taking it a bit easy. I've been pushing myself for the arm and leg workouts the last couple days. Tomorrow will be abs. It's always grueling as well. But it seems to be helping. The glutes and the abs are starting to tighten and look more toned, so that's good. Then I can look back one day on the older pictures and say, wow, look how far you've come. Oh, there's a killdeer. Guess I spoke too soon. Gonna get in the house and gather my thoughts. Do a couple Marco Polos. Hopefully get to my Bible reading. Plan my day's menu. and then go and live my day till night falls. And we do it all again, Yahweh willing, the next day. Oh, hi, Meech. Here's Meechy for Gladys. She got some food, now she's out and about. Hey, Meecha. Here's my beautiful girl. My beautiful Meech me. Hey. Yeah. There's my Lily. Hi, Lily. Hi. Yeah? Yeah? Tell me about it, buddy. Tell me about it. Okay. Well, we are home. Oh, there's my Mav. Hey, Mav. Did you have any food yet, buddy? Did you get your morning breakfast? All right, guys. Well, we are back to the happy home front. And now I'm going to go in, start my day in a few minutes, unless somebody wants to talk about anything, which there's not very many people here. So that probably won't happen. So I'll give it a little bit of time here. And if I don't hear from you, I will head on my merry way to start my day, as I always do. And then I'll come out and clean off this nasty hairball off of the arm of the couch. So, what's going on with everybody? How is everybody? What's happening today in your world? What are your plans for today? What do you want to talk about? Nothing, huh? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing to talk about today. Hi, buddy. I'm going to feed you, I promise. My kitties are getting hungry. I'm going to feed you in a moment, buddy. Let me get the little timer thing to the 23, and then I will take you in and feed you and get my day going. Thank you, everybody, once again for coming in and hanging with me on my 2-square walk today. It's just too hot. I can't with the sun. I am not a heat lover. I'm not a cold lover either. So I had to stop short because I just couldn't. It just makes me feel drained. Plus, I get nervous about sun now that I had that stupid head biopsy. I don't like going through procedures. So I really don't want to grow any more little growths on there that have to be removed. So I stay out of the sun as much as possible, other than to get a little bit in my eyelids and on my face and my skin. All right, well, nobody's talking, and I got nothing more to say, so I'm going to shut down for now. Thanks for hanging with me on the Walk the Square, and I will see you tomorrow on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Be blessed.